That's not bottom shelf. It's second to bottom shelf. That bonds. Shit, I ruined it. I said something funny off the air and now we started. Guys, oh, you got it? Oh, sweet. So that was like the cold opening of our podcast, Jillin Off. Welcome back to another fabulous episode of Jillin Off. I'm Christina Walkinshaw, and with me as always,
Jen Murphy. Paul's known you long enough to know to start recording as soon as you walk in the door.
I know, that's smart. I really hope you cut out the part where I took off my shoes and I was like, sorry, I had to take off my shoes. It may or may not smell. I can't help it. It's finally getting warm enough now where I feel like I can wear, summer shoes, like slip-ons and no socks.
You did do some walking today, so.
I did do some walking.
But I can't smell it.
Oh,
I think you're only in danger if, you ask somebody to, suck on your toes, maybe, or something.
Whoa, and that's definitely not my fetish.
Nope.
We've already done our fetish episode, and that's definitely not one of mine.
No, thank you.
Me and Jen don't like to see each other before a podcast. We like to come here fresh, so you get all of our catching up together. But then we randomly ran into each other on the train on the way here because we do Subway. We're responsible drinkers. But it was fine because we had enough gossip that we couldn't say on the air.
Yeah, exactly.
So we just got our gossip out of the way, and now we could start with whatever's left over to tell you people.
We only talk about our friends off the air, and then we talk about guys.
Yeah, on the air.
Who we slept with on the air.
And I feel like you have an update for me.
I did have sex, kind of, on Sunday.
I know. Paul's like, what about the sex strike? Don't worry about it. We're playing a different game.
I've kind of decided that it might just be a phase and it might not last long, but I think I'm going to try and have as much sex as possible.
I love this.
Because, after I broke up with my boyfriend 2 years ago, I didn't really hook up with too many people. And I've just realized, I'm getting pretty old. I might as well just do it now.
I feel the same way.
Kind of like a last hurrah before.
Same.
I'm kind of because I feel like at my age, I don't know if one-night stands are a little pathetic. Am I too old to be out there? But I don't think so.
No, I don't think so at all.
I could get to an age where it does become maybe a little bit.
No, I feel like now's a good time. I always think that too. I'm always like, I probably only have a few good-looking years left, so I might as well give her. Right?
Yeah, I think that's going to be my goal for right now. We'll see how long it lasts.
This.
But
so this is the same guy that you had previously had a bit of a meltdown over.
Okay, so I needed redemption.
Yeah.
So this was the arcade boy who I completely had a meltdown over and sabotaged it. And I know some people are like, oh, he's probably a dick, but I don't like to ever go that route because I did sabotage it. And the only reason I wanted a do-over is because I just wanted to know for myself. It had nothing to do with him. I'm like, I need to know for myself. I need to know. I need redemption. And I totally got it.
I'm so happy for you.
He was cool. It was fun. And now I'm like, if I don't see him again, it's fine. Because now I know, okay, I totally screwed up. Not saying that he's perfect or something, but
I don't think you screwed up.
I just needed a do-over. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And then you felt more confident. You felt better when you left this time?
Yeah, because I think last time I hadn't been excited about somebody in so long that I put so much into it and lost my mind. And now I'm like, oh, this is exactly what you said.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody you could have sex with once a month or something, maybe.
Yeah, I feel like once a month.
That's exactly how I felt when I left.
In LA, that's kind of regular for a single person.
Yeah.
Like once a month.
So I redeemed myself and I felt pretty good about it.
Plus, if you keep fucking the same guy over and over again, eventually he'll become less exciting to you.
Yeah, exactly. So
we were excited about somebody on the first time, but don't worry, that goes away. Cheers.
We went out. The reason I said I kind of had sex because we went out for a few drinks and then went back to his house and he didn't have condoms.
Oh, I hate that.
And I was like, what the? I go, well, why didn't you buy some? He goes, I didn't want to assume. I'm like,
didn't want to say. We shouldn't have assumed that I would.
Then he was a little hesitant about having sex, and then he was like, I just don't want you to think the wrong thing because I don't want a relationship. And I was like, no, it's okay. Neither do I.
Wow. So, no condoms, no sex.
Well, we did lots of other things.
I mean, you could still do a lot of other fun stuff without sex.
Speaking of, I feel like I'm the one that always gets weird requests. Not that this is totally weird, but it's not something you hear a lot, especially on second time you're with somebody.
Uh-oh. He wanted a finger in the butt. Can I guess?
No.
Paul, do you want to guess?
Get two more guesses.
A second finger in the butt.
A finger in the butt? He wanted a finger in the butt.
No, we were like making out and kind of fooling around, and then he's like, let's 69. I was like, 69?
Haven't I already told you guys my thoughts on 69? I just told this to somebody recently, but I don't like 69ing. I can't relax enough to have mine if I'm focused on giving somebody else theirs. Does that make sense?
I'm sure it works sometimes, but it's very rare that you both, because I personally have to concentrate quite a bit.
Yeah.
To feel like I'm giving a good blowjob. There's a lot of factors involved.
Plus, you have to relax so much to accept an orgasm as a woman. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's almost like yoga, where I got to remember to breathe. Because if I hold my breath, I'm never gonna finish.
Also, it was light, and I don't know him that well. The thing with the 16, and I feel like this is like conversations I've been having from the 70s. This is nothing new, but I just have to say it once, even though people are probably like, "Yeah, we know your butt." The guy's eye line is right to your like butthole in that situation.
True.
Which I'm like,
that's true.
Are you really ready to look at my butthole this quickly?
I know, that's very true.
We don't know each other.
That's true, because their tongue will be up front, but their eyes could be like, a little.
Yeah, if you open your eyes, it's got to be right at butt level.
Yep. Anyways,
I don't know.
Wow.
Odd.
No condoms equals 69.
It was fun. It was really fun.
I'm out. Well, my sex life was the opposite. Well, my sex life was very Jillin off this weekend because I did those shows in Livermore and Arroyo Grande and Santa Cruz. And the Friday night I get back to my hotel room and I turn on the TV. And you're always at the mercy of, hotel cable when you're, it's not like, I guess I could
Did you
stream
off
stuff.
to Brokeback Mountain?
No, but yeah, you did, right? Hi there, babe's a babe. Doesn't matter what your sexual orientation is. We can still get off. No, so I turn on my TV and there's an infomercial for Adam and Eve's like sex toys for women.
Oh, and you got all excited?
Yeah. Well, I mean, basically I made like 8 Instagram stories because she's like playing with all these like vibrators and she's like, this one has little nubbies. And then she's explaining things like sometimes somebody's G-spot is deeper in their body than others. And that's why we have that. And it was just...
Did you jill off to an infomercial?
No, I ended up not jilling off, just watching her talk about jilling off. But I feel like my Instagram stories were pretty funny because in the beginning it was just like me alone, like eating chips in bed. But after a half an hour of an infomercial for vibrators, I wasn't eating the chips anymore. That was good news. Cut me off the chips.
They were funny. I saw your Instagram stories.
Yeah, I had a hoot. I got a lot of response.
You thought about jilling off to the...
I mean, I always usually jill off in the afternoon. That's like my nap time thing. So I nap, and then I do it then, kind of pre-show. Sometimes I feel like the closer to the show I jill off, the better set I have.
Really? See,
Yeah.
I think it's the opposite because it sucks my energy.
Gives me energy. Like I forget when I did a show recently. Maybe it was that show actually, and maybe I was in my hotel room, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do it right now, right before I leave. And I did it on the cruise all the time.
Maybe it sucks my energy because I'm doing all the work.
What? No, you're not, because the vibrator should be doing
I
all
don't
the
have
work.
a vibrator.
Such an idiot.
That's what
Sometimes I'd be like, especially on the cruise when you just have to like go down an elevator to get to the gig. So it was like a jill off and then be on stage like 20 minutes later. I'd be like, wow, if these people had any idea where I got my energy from, they'd be so creeped out.
One day you're going to become a big headliner that's doing theaters, and when the feature's going on, we're just going to hear coming from the green room.
So depending on...
Don't disturb Christina until 10 minutes before her show
She's
time.
on the 4th speed. Remember, I told you I wanted to name all the speeds on my vibrator.
I do. That was so funny.
Oh, they do. They all have their own little thing. But yeah, so that was pretty exciting. It was a heavy Jillin off weekend. And then just pure exhaustion yesterday.
You should be selling vibrators on an infomercial.
I really should. I was a little bit upset that I don't get called in for that kind of job. Because, I mean, I
Maybe
truly
you need
believe
to
in the product.
Submit yourself.
Well, maybe I'll
Maybe you should submit a video.
Adam and Eve. Listen, I have 20 minutes on vibrators. I feel like I should be doing your infomercials for you.
Yeah.
And I tag them in all my Instagram stories, too.
It'll happen.
That's it, guys. That's my destiny.
They'll be sponsoring Jillin off pretty soon.
They should be. Oh my God. I should really send them our podcast. I mean, like, maybe we'll call this episode Adam and Eve.
We got 2 new emails from people I didn't know this week.
Oh my God, really?
Of course, I was going to read them to you, but
the phone is over there.
I used my phone to record.
But we have to get these questions for next time.
They didn't ask us questions, but they were 2 just emails saying how much they love the podcast and everything.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I will show them to you after, but I should have written it down so I could give them a shout out.
We're such a tease.
Thanks for the emails. Next week.
Next week.
Oh, and we got another one from Dan Lawrence.
How's Dan doing?
He really misses you.
Aww.
He really wants to go on a cruise with you.
Was he sad that I got laid on the cruise though? I can never tell. Like, I feel like women will always be excited when I get laid, but then I always feel like there's probably a few guys out there that are like, damn.
No, I think you just sparked his interest even more.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I don't think he was upset, but I don't know. He'll email us and let us know, Dan.
Oh, man.
Christina will be waiting for you. Right. Move over, Murphy Bed Mike.
Oh my God, Murphy Bed Mike is the real love of my life, for sure.
We got to get Murphy Bed Mike on the podcast.
Yeah, I want to get famous enough so that we can sponsor him.
Yes.
Oh my God, Jillin off these beds. And it makes sense, right? Because if I started jilling off on Murphy beds, you know.
It's perfect for you to have company, because if you jill off and don't have time to clean up, you just put the bed up and nobody will see your
It's perfect.
Sheets.
It's so perfect.
Your soiled sheets. If anybody doesn't know, if you're in the New Jersey area, look up Murphy Bed Mike.
Yeah. If you need a Murphy bed installed, you got to get MBM, Murphy Bed Mike.
He's quite handy.
I could see myself with a Murphy bed. It's just fun. Except remember when I had that one in Lake Tahoe, and then I came home a little drunk, and I did pull the bed right down on my head. Not that hard, but it was enough. But luckily, of course, just like any millennial out there, I was videotaping the whole thing. So at least, I got it on tape.
Murphy Bed Mike could make you your own special drunk Murphy bed where it's got padding on the outside.
That is a good invention. That's it.
For drunk
That's a Murphy
people.
Bed Mike. I like it when I look to Paul hoping he's laughing, but then it's like we're bombing. He's not laughing. I'm like, did that make Paul laugh? Did that make Paul laugh? Did that make Paul laugh?
Oh, no. You're like me after that first one night stand.
City. Let's just call this one the week episode.
No!
I'm just kidding. It's not weak. We're killing it.
You know, when I was a kid, I was in the car with my family, and there was a license plate. I was probably like 8, I think. Mm-hmm. There was a license plate, you know, when they put stuff around the outside of it.
Yeah.
And it said, wine me, dine me, 69 me. And I was like, Dad, what does 69 me mean?
Oh, no. It wasn't on your parents' car, right? It was on a car
the
that
car
you could
in
see
front
from-
of us.
Oh, shit.
I always remember that. Wine me, dine me, 16. Like, what kind of classy lady had that on her car?
Clearly the kind of lady that dates guys that don't have condoms.
Do you know what my fucked up head started thinking the next day?
What?
I bet he really had condoms, but he just was trying to get a blowjob.
No. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. You know what? I would get paranoid about that, too. I'd be like, you don't have any condoms because you want a fucking blowjob, don't you? I feel like that thought, it's totally crossed my mind before. Yeah.
Good. I'm glad I'm not alone.
No, I feel that. I feel like yeah. Do you carry condoms with you? Like
I don't carry them because I just don't have enough. Maybe I should now that I've made it my goal to have more sex. But,
yeah.
I do have some at my house, but just because they were given to me for free at a festival.
I literally still have the same box of condoms unopened from my birthday in 2017. My 39th birthday.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah, I've probably used like 2 in my house in the last couple. Yeah.
I mean, I haven't really, I guess maybe I've been.
Maybe I should put one in my wallet. I'm going to feel like a whole new woman.
Let's do it. Let's put
Carry
some condoms in our
condoms.
purses this week and see what happens.
Yeah.
Right? Like
It might be good luck.
it might be, right?
If
They might
you
be able
build
to-
it, they will come.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If anybody out there is too young to know, that's a reference from Field of Dreams, like
Or
Kevin
maybe
Costner movie
maybe I should just wear one on a safety pin, like around my neck.
Yeah, but don't put the safety pin like through the condom.
No, just do the back. Do the outside.
Just on the wrapper.
Just to let people know I'm available. And I'm looking.
I like that idea.
It's a good idea, right?
Maybe I'll make a hair scrunchie and just like
That would be a good experiment. to put a condom around your neck and go into a bar, and I bet a ton of guys will start talking to you.
Right? Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Let's do that next week.
Let's do it. Well, we went to Bordner's last week, briefly.
Yeah.
I like that bar. And it's 2 for $1 on Tuesdays.
That's a great deal.
That is a sweet deal. Like, and I got those cheese sticks. Like, the whole bill was $29.
Yeah, 2 for 1.
For like 3 of us to drink, by the way. Like, that was insane.
Oh, you got Julia's too?
Yes. Well, she just gave me some cash,
That's
but we
pretty
got the bill.
cheap. That's really
insane.
cheap. Yeah, Bordner's is good. I've never hung out there.
It was all our drinks and those cheese sticks, and the whole bill was $29. So then Julia left I was like, just leave the tip. Give him like $10 tip or whatever.
Nice.
Plus the bartender there was a babe. I didn't stay for long, but, I was like, attractive. You know?
Oh, I don't remember even looking at him.
Well, I feel like somebody else, I think we were getting served by a girl, but towards the other side of the bar, there was a dude. And then the dude was quite attractive. I feel like you should just tune into this podcast, and I'll tell you where all the hot bartenders are.
I guess we can find out tonight if we go back.
I know, I think so. Even though I feel like we have to go to Claudia's birthday party. We'll go to Claudia's birthday party at the Blue Room, and I can tell you that's where we're going because this is going to air in a week, and we'll be gone by then. So,
Oh, you're worried about stalkers?
with our A-listers, not really.
I don't think anyone's stalking me. Okay, I have a question. So, okay, I know I said I haven't had a lot of sex, but in the time from when the first time I had sex with Arcade Boy, and then now that was like almost 2 months ago.
Right.
In the middle, I did have sex with one person who I did not know they were friends.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Oh, they're...
But if he finds out, that's not bad, right? I mean, we're not dating.
No, I feel like we're old enough now.
I feel a little sketchy about it, but I mean...
Like, well, I mean, if they like each other and they're friends and they're both compatible with you, then it kind of, I don't know.
Well, I haven't kept in touch with the other one, but
yeah, I feel like...
But it crossed my mind on Sunday. I was like, oh, shoot.
I feel like they wouldn't talk about that, right? Wouldn't that be kind of random if you're just hanging around town being
Well, when I showed up to meet him, he was like, oh, I invited so-and-so, but he couldn't come.
Oh, wow.
How awkward would that have been?
Oh, that would have been awkward. That would have been Threesome City. That's not. I don't even know how you make a 69 with 3 people.
Well, yeah. Well, oh. Maybe I'll find out. I'm just kidding. It would go two ways. I know I'd be fine with it. Obviously, I'm the one that did it. But either one person would feel awkward, or we'd all just laugh. I feel like as comics, you're like,
I know, but I feel like who was I telling my new game? Okay, no more. Like, I'm not gonna sleep with anybody in LA.
I was telling somebody your theory last night.
Only fuck on the road and on vacation. Vacation fling only.
I was telling another comic, and they agreed, but then I said, but I don't go on the road that much, and they started laughing.
And when you do, it's to Bakersfield, so
yeah.
So maybe you're not allowed vacation fling until
That's just like LA.
I know. Well, only like a little methier, right?
But I'm saying, like, distance-wise,
I know somebody could still drive and
a
get
little
more.
too close.
Yeah, too close for sure.
I'll end up sleeping with the guy who loves to drive the Grapevine. I'll come to LA. I love it.
Oh my god!
I almost bought something for you. Speaking of infomercials,
What is it? What?
because of my favorite episode so far, Stick It to the Wall.
Oh yeah.
I saw an infomercial for period underwear. It's
I
just
feel
like
I've heard of these. Yeah, yeah,
underwear,
yeah.
but it's
It captures your period.
yeah. So when
Yes.
you take your underwear on, you still might put it on inside out. I don't know, but it's like a little diaper
I mean,
for
perfect.
Christina.
This is how you age gracefully. You just keep wearing diapers. This is great. We're all going to end up in diapers anyway.
Then you can just sort of like tuck it under the bed instead of sticking it to the wall.
Can I just say, and Anna brought up a good point. Anna wrote me and she was like, how can people pantyhose shame when technically a lot of people wear tights and tights are just opaque pantyhose, right?
Yeah.
And I posted that pantyhose story because I had to buy new pantyhose on the weekend because I got to run over my pantyhose. But also, I just don't like to share my bare legs on. I don't like to show my bare legs on stage, especially on these theater shows. You know, I wear dresses and I kind of look more put together than I normally look. So I do like to wear pantyhose. I like my legs to look svelte and like, you know, whatever. And I wrote, well, first of all, Tanya was like, oh my God, nobody over the age of 80 wears pantyhose. And I was like, oh yeah? Well then how do you hide the leg hair? And she goes, hide it. I own it. And I was like, okay, that's why I love Tanya. But then Anna brought up a good point. She's like, yeah, people are still wearing tights. That being said, my story that I hashtag pantyhose got an extra 1,000 views. It was like 997 hashtag pantyhose views. You know when you like hashtag somebody on it?
Why are so many people looking up pantyhose?
An extra 1,000 people watching my story because they, for some reason, want to see stuff about pantyhose.
Wait, did you go in and look at who's watching it?
No, the number pops up at the top.
Are there men that have like a pantyhose fetish, or you think these are just women researching pantyhose?
No. Then another girl wrote me, and she was like, oh, no, you should Google the pantyhose collar. And there was some like creepy guy, I forget where, and I want to say Florida, because, I feel like that's where, it seems like that's where those people come from. But I feel bad saying that. I just fucked a guy from Florida, and I'm still alive.
It doesn't mean everyone's bad, but there's a lot of weird stories that come out of Florida.
But he was crank calling women and like getting them to talk about their pantyhose. Like he had a pantyhose fetish.
So there is a pantyhose fetish.
There is a pantyhose fetish. And then on top of that, I want to add that pantyhose, if you search it on Instagram, has 2.1 million posts. So I'm not alone with pantyhose.
You know what? It's only a matter of time before you have a one-night stand and the guy's like, choke me with your pantyhose.
I can't wait.
You are totally going to find the pantyhose fetish guy.
Oh my God, it's so true. He'll be like, oh my God, tie my hands behind my back with your pantyhose.
Yeah. Because it's not as harsh as a belt.
Yeah. Plus, if I age like another 10 years, he'd be like, can you put those pantyhose over your face? I got that svelte bank robber face.
You just slap me with the foot of your pantyhose.
Pantyhose.
And it could be used as a condom when people don't have them.
Exactly. Then you don't have to blow people all night.
There's a lot of holes in pantyhose.
It happens fast. And you know why it happens? Because you don't clip your toenails. And then you go to, push your foot through the pantyhose, and then it's like, rip. So you got to make sure you clip your toenails on a regular basis.
Oh, I thought it was just from my bulging muscles.
I mean, where are your bulging muscles?
I understand why you want to wear it, though, because I used to always wear dresses on stage, and then I switched to jeans more often because I started feeling paranoid about my 40-year-old knees.
Yeah, I get scared of what my legs look like. I don't want anybody to accidentally see my underwear or, like, wardrobe malfunctions. Yeah. I just want to be nice and covered up. And, but that's just where my comfort level is with the pantyhose. But yeah, that's it.
Well, if anyone has a pantyhose fetish out there, Dan Lawrence, contact us.
And let's not forget that a lot of these pantyhose have control tops. So they're sucking in things around here. They're making my legs look svelte.
You can make money by selling your used pantyhose.
Exactly. And it's hiding all my leg hair. Although sometimes if your hair gets long enough, it pokes through the pantyhose.
You could have two different categories. You could sell, men might buy your used pantyhose. Mm-hmm. So you can have two categories, worn with underwear and worn without.
Oh. See, well, then I should be selling my yoga pants.
Tasty.
I feel like I'm more guilty of wearing yoga pants with no underwear than I am my pantyhose. Pantyhose, I always wear underwear. Again, what if you accidentally flash somebody? Or what if you were on stage and somebody had like an angle? I always wear dresses that are pretty long.
You don't wear short dresses, though, yeah.
No, not at all. They're all down to my knees.
You're not Amy Schumer.
Whoa.
Well, she used to wear those dresses where it looked like you're almost going to see. Like, it's so close.
So close. Well, good for her, man. I never had the balls to fucking wear a short dress.
I'm not making fun of her. I'm just saying it was very short.
Short.
The person in the front row had to get flashes.
I mean...
They had to.
Maybe. You get a little flashy flash. But maybe girls are wearing short shorts under those short dresses.
I wrote on my notes, find out how Christina feels about the 69.
Well, we got my thoughts. I told you, I can't focus and receive. I got to relax to receive, and I got to focus to give.
Yep, I covered everything on my notes.
Well, that's it. Thanks for tuning in to Jillin.
No!
It's 69, and that's it.
We need to make goals.
Do you need
Mine
to make
goals? Is to have more sex. What is your goal?
I don't know. I'll copy yours. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I got no problem with that.
We should keep a chart.
I almost went on another date after, was it last week? Yeah, it would have been last week. But then, but then he ended up bailing, which was fine because I was like, I also like doing nothing.
Yeah.
But I wasn't super sold on him. So I was like, oh, it doesn't matter. But I think
he didn't have good rapport with you on the internet?
It was fine. It was very funny. But here's the other thing. I don't like to give people my phone number until after I've met them. Because, I'm already glued to my phone as it is, and I don't need to be more glued. Do you know what I mean? At least if my phone is maybe on my desk or something, if I'm working, I don't mind if a text comes through. but I need to get off of it for like social media and stuff like that. But that being said, I don't need extra people texting me because then it's an extra distraction. Right now, you know.
Yeah, I don't think you should have someone's phone number until you meet them.
Right? Everybody wants your phone number so fast. I guess everybody kind of goes missing on apps, which I do too. I'll be like active for like 20 minutes and then I won't open Bumble for like a month. But all in that 20 minutes, I'm like, and then I open it back up. I'm like, oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, but if there's some guy that you were messaging with that you were interested in, you wouldn't wait a month, right?
Well, I told him I was going to meet him on Thursday at lunch. And I was like, deal. Well, we're going to meet there at Patty's. I'll be there, 12:30. And so the morning of, but I didn't talk to him for a few days. And then the morning of, I was like, okay, so 12:30 at Patty's. It's like, oh no, I now have to work or whatever. And I was like, no problem. I was like, I don't care. It's fine.
You should have wrote in all capitals, never message me again.
It's over. Table flip. I've always wanted to flip a table.
That does sound pretty fun.
It does sound fun, doesn't it? Like after the drinks are done. I would never do it with drinks on the table. But yeah.
I was at a Mexican restaurant. Somebody got up and left, and there was like half of a margarita, and I was like, what the fuck?
Oh my God.
What's wrong with you?
Oh my God.
I feel like I'm going to follow them out and find out their personality.
I feel like that was like one of my old jokes in like the early 2000s when I first started going to bars. I talk about how like girls like always get free drinks, and even if you don't get free drinks, you could just like go to the bathroom 15 minutes before last call. What's this? Half glass of Cabernet? Oh, what's this? Because everybody always left all their drinks on top of the toilets, right? You go to the bathroom. What's this? Half a Corona with a free cigarette? Amazing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. These are the tragic jokes I came up with in my early 20s. But
no, you're right. People do leave drinks in the bathroom.
People do. The end of the night at a dirty bar, yeah, there's always lots of half glasses of beverages in the bathroom.
There's something so weird about bringing your drink into the bathroom.
Well, I feel like it became a law because I think for a while there, people were like, no drinks past beyond this point. But then they realized, if you leave the drink in the bar, you could get drugged. So you should be able to take your drink to the bathroom.
I actually used to always,
watching your drink.
When I was younger, I used to always take my drinks to the bathroom. And then I read something that changed my whole bathroom experience for the rest of my life.
Tell me, I love bathroom stories.
The article. I'm sure you've heard of this. That they say that when you flush a toilet, thousands of fecal particles go into the air. You can't see, obviously. They're too tiny. Right. Like they say, because the article I read was like, don't leave your toothbrush within the certain amount. Some people just keep it on the sink, like right next to the toilet. Right. So that's what the article was about. Like, don't leave your toothbrush just out there because fecal particles are just flying.
I mean, I do believe that.
I know. So then it changed the way I feel about bathroom
But then if you're going to 69 anyway, some guys' eyes are going to find a butthole anyways.
That doesn't mean... Are you saying that fecal matter fell into his eyeballs?
I feel like fecal matter is everywhere, and we just have to accept it. We have to accept that.
What if he called me? He's like, I have pink eye. I'm like, ooh.
Oh, God. Why does that actually creep me out? Pink eye creeps me out more than, like, looking some guy's butt in the eye. But pink eye. I'm like, oh, no, pink eye.
That's why guys are weird, though, because I think a lot of them get off on looking at buttholes. Oof. Paul said no.
No, right? No bums.
I think a lot of them do.
Oh, no. Grody.
I mean, I know, like, doggy style feels good, but I think there's another reason a lot of guys like it.
You know, that last sex I had, it's worth noting that he never wanted to flip me over. He never wanted to do it from behind. He was all about the connection, the eye contact, the kissing.
Yeah, you were a make lover.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice. Not that I mind flipping over because I feel like my booty is one of my better traits, but yeah, I just never did. And I was like, what a classy guy.
Yeah, that's sweet. That's why you're in love.
I mean, no.
A little bit.
It was a good we connected. We'll say that.
Just a little bit.
We connected. Oh, yeah. But I did say, I already told you this, that sometimes when you're having sex, the sex is so good when somebody's connecting properly that there is an urge to say, I love you, even though you're not in love.
Yes.
That's a real thing. That in that moment, I'm like, oh my God, I love you.
You just have to only keep it in your inside voice.
Yes, exactly.
Saying it out loud can be very tragic.
Exactly. Some guy will be very worried about you. Be like, wow, she fell in love after one pounding.
What's worse during sex, saying I love you or crying? Paul, what's worse, if a girl started crying or if she said I love you first time you had sex? No, it's a tough one, right?
Paul. Let's say that the tears aren't upsetting. They're like tender, right? What kind of tears are we talking here, Jen?
I definitely cried right after sex when I was in like early 20s.
But
I
what
feel like
kind
it's a
of
young
tears?
person thing.
Like what kind of tears though?
Not during
Like
sex,
tender?
like right after. No,
Or
it
like
was kind of
shame?
sad.
Oh no.
I think I was just like confused. I think it was when I was in my early 20s and like the first couple times I might have had like one night stands. I think I just didn't know.
Right.
I wasn't emotionally, or I don't know. I can't describe it, but I know it's a common thing. Young girls have cried after sex, right? That's a thing.
I don't think I've.
It's a thing. I've heard it a lot. Do not look at me, Paul, like I'm weird, even though I am.
I'm a really happy fucker. I don't know. I don't think I've cried after sex.
Great. Thanks, guys. And this is why I'm still single in my 40s.
But you were definitely allowed to cry before, during, after sex. I don't judge.
I mean, at this point, it's too late for therapy, right? If I didn't do it in my 20s, I should just not even try.
What, therapy?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like everybody goes in this town.
I thought at least Paul would say he saw a tear after some sex, but no.
After.
During?
Not during.
After. No, see, that's what I was saying. You have seen that.
Yeah, but it was more complicated than that.
Uh-oh.
Well, then why'd you look at me like I was crazy? Why was it complicated? What'd you do? Did you stick a finger?
It was like a hookup that was like, or it was like a one night stand after you broke up with somebody, and then you're like, no, why can't we be together?
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. So it was emotional.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
It wasn't-
Oh.
Yeah.
God, this suddenly turned into The Notebook.
Oh, yeah.
Except
Let's talk about your feelings,
No, I
Paul.
put her in the dumpster and then I left. That's how it ends. That's how that one ends.
Oh, dumpster sex. Whatever. That's fine.
Guys, I think we're all going to fall in love this year.
Do you think so? I don't know. Oh my God, wouldn't that be funny? Oh my gosh. I don't know. I can't picture myself in a relationship right now. I really like being single. And,
No, I don't want to be in a relationship at all.
right? Like I like vacation playing.
But at the same time, I really want to have sex.
Yes, me too.
So I'm just going to do it.
I mean, what if we
I'm just going to
go to a bar, we pick somebody up, but we say we don't live here?
The thing is, I don't know if it has to be like total strangers. See, that's why I know you said like don't sleep with comics, but I like the familiarity of it.
I know, I hate to say it, but I like sleeping with comics too.
I like knowing
We
somebody.
understand each other, and we're always running in the same circles, and it's not weird to do certain things together.
Yeah, and also I feel like comics know that we're a little fucked up, so even if you do something weird, they're more like, yeah, I know you're a little fucked up.
Yeah.
Like a little more forgiving. I don't know.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, there's an understanding.
Does that mean we're going to an open mic tonight, or?
No! Oh my god, I just started fucking everyone.
I'm just kidding. You can only fuck up. You shouldn't fuck down.
Exactly.
Yeah, no fucking the open micers.
No, I
How
need-
about that open mic we did do last week after our podcast?
Okay, I feel bad about that because, you know, at the dojo.
Oh, sorry.
Whoa.
It's been weeks since I did one.
Whoa. Christina just queefed.
That's a blowjob queef.
That'd be so amazing.
All those 69 queefs. Like,
No.
all right.
I
Sorry.
nixed that right away.
Sorry. What were we saying? Oh yeah. So we did do that open mic at the dojo.
I feel bad. Okay, so I love the dojo, Sycamore Tavern in Hollywood, if anyone's
too.
here. Great bar. They have an open mic almost every night. I had only been one other time. It was packed. I mean, it's mostly comics, but so the guy that was running it didn't give a fuck when we went last week. But when I did, they have you show up and put your name in a bucket. So there's like 30 comics in that small room, and
Yeah.
you have to stay in there because you don't know when your name's getting called.
Right.
And it was fun. They were supportive. But then
Yeah.
we went, I was like, Christina, let's go. We go last week. And it was like, it's kind of sad and like depressing and weird.
I mean, it's everything I expected from an open mic, to be honest. I was
Yeah,
like,
but-
oh, that's fine.
but
I just
any-
want to work things out.
Yeah.
Get comfortable talking to nobody on stage.
But anybody that runs an open mic too, the guy was just like, do whatever you want. Like, wasn't giving people the light. And it's
No
like,
lights. That was mysterious.
you got to kind of.
Because, I mean,
Wrap it up.
open mics do need a light, for sure.
But yeah, I do believe if we're going to have sex with comics, it can only be comics that are
Above the poverty line?
hopefully. Well, that's a
Yeah.
good one. I'll tell you, a nice apartment's a turn on.
Oh, I know. I know.
Such a turn on.
And then, yeah.
Yeah. But people that are working enough that they're like on the road.
Oh yeah, so
Are
that's
gone.
good because then they're not in town all the time, so you don't
Yeah.
have that like pressure to hang out all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
It would be fun.
I'm a big fan of distance.
I know, and it's funny because I feel like people always expected this of female comics when I was younger, of like going on the road with a male comic. But like even like I know I'm going to take another headlining week at the Underground. I'm like, should I pick like a cute feature to come with me? Do I get creepy now?
No, dude. As a female, that is the greatest.
I'm like, oh,
To
would
be
I
able
pick
to
somebody
pick
that's like,
yeah.
and not that I'm saying I need to pick somebody that I want to have sex with, but I could see how male comics did it back in the day.
So you're not going to pick May then?
You're right. I should pick you.
No, I'm kidding.
But we should be co-featuring.
You're like,
It should
sorry,
be
Jen.
We should do a Jillin off too.
Sorry, I don't want to finger bang you.
But do you want a finger in the butt?
But
No,
wait.
I'm just kidding.
No.
Me neither. It's okay.
I'm not against the whole butt thing, and I believe people that it feels good. I think it probably does. I don't
Oh, yeah,
I don't put things there, but
No, me neither.
the only way, like even my ex-boyfriend, he wouldn't try and stick a finger in. He would just maybe like put like pressure,
Right.
like just kind of touch. And I know it is something that feels, but I have such a fear of anything going in there is going to spark something to come out.
That's what I'm saying. I have that in my act too. I'm like, oh, if you ever saw what came out of my butt, you would not want to go in there. But
Like
it's
I'm
true.
certain if a finger went in there, they would like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Pull it out and then whatever would come out.
I just can't guarantee that how clean it's going to be. I mean, I'm a very clean person on the outside, but I can't control.
It's like between all the dirty draft beer I drink at weird bars and the blue cheese I eat at home, nobody wants near my butt.
The blue cheese.
Everybody knows blue cheese. It definitely does something to your bumhole the next day. You know.
Uh-oh.
See, that's why the sirens had to go by. They know what my butt's capable of, right?
Blue cheese butt. Give me
Blue
wine
cheese
glass.
butt. No, it's real. Even if I soften
we have
it
to
up
finish it,
and
it'll go bad.
and have goat cheese or something, I feel like my butt's in better form. But
I love
if
goat cheese.
Me too. But a bunch of blue cheese. The next morning, it could be the ring of fire.
I'm going to bring this to the bird that was dying, the leftover.
Oh man, yeah, we did see that dying bird.
I do want to save it.
What, the bird?
Yeah.
Well, he's probably still there. Like, it's obviously, and that one wing was all fucked.
We
fucked
saw
up.
a dying little tiny bird, and I really wanted to save it.
In case you were questioning whether or not we're 40, should we save the bird?
There was an episode of The Soprano. Tony Soprano was really obsessed with like ducks, and when he goes to therapy, his therapist tells him the reason he's so obsessed with the animals is because it's like that's a form of like being psychotic or something. And I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Maybe, okay, no birds today. No more birds, Jen.
Like I'm like really obsessed with the squirrels on my street.
Oh my God.
Like I'm like,
There was-
please come to my window.
There was a bobcat in my neighborhood. That's the only time I
that's
ever
scary.
thought. I know. That was the only time that I was like, well, maybe I could use a boyfriend in town, Not because I'm in love. I'd just be like, hey, you go first.
I set food out on my little railing for the squirrels because I wanted them to come to my patio.
Yeah.
And my landlord was like, what are you doing? You're just going to attract rats.
I know, that's true.
And then the next day I did have rat poop all over my patio.
No.
I never did it again.
Yep. Oh, gross. Grody.
I know. Well, you got to live and learn.
I mean, you really do. You live, you learn. That could be the name of this podcast. But it won't be because we won't write our descriptions of the episode until next week, and then we won't remember what the fuck we talked about.
We're doing it tonight. I told Christina I got to. So when this last episode, I was already asleep Sunday night when you text me because I had a big night of 69ing and. I woke.
That would have been a better title. Big night of 69ing. Not Ding Dong, the bitch is gone. I'm like, is this a new song that Jen's writing? Like,
So
is Jen going to be on Songland? Like,
I was kind of drunk on Sunday. So on Monday, I woke up at 6 a.m. and saw your text, Paul, that said, so for the listeners, our podcast comes out Monday, so we're supposed to already have the title and description sent out to our producer. I get at 6 a.m., I was like, oh my God, I didn't send it. And I wasn't scared of you, but I was scared of Nick.
Nobody's ever scared of me. They're always scared
I was
of
scared
me.
of Nick being like, why haven't you sent you? So at 6 a.m., I was like all foggy. I didn't know what to do. And I couldn't remember what we talked about last week.
To be honest, I don't either because I remember Sticking to the Wall.
Yeah,
Like
I remember
last
that
week-
one very well.
No, definitely Ding Dong. I don't remember who's on.
And for some reason, I was thinking about when I used to be a waitress in New York, and we had this manager that was just a total bitch. And when she would leave, the waiter would go, "Ding dong, the bitch is gone." And for some reason, that was in my head. So I just wrote it as a title, even though it had nothing to do. And then I told Christina, go read my descript, because I read it the next day when I was sober, and I was like, what the fuck? It says, Jen and Christina, after the pantyhose April showers have passed or something. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
what was I doing?
Maybe that could be like a new game that we play. We see if listeners can guess who wrote the intro of the description for the episode, me or you.
Well, they're going to know that I'm the one that writes anything that's fucked up. Did you think it was weird when you got it?
No, I mean, yeah, kind of, because I was like, what is that? Because everything's like in reference to something. But did you see somebody called you out on Instagram?
Yeah. That's
That's what I
hilarious.
told Christina.
Yeah, somebody was like, I mean, I get all the other ones, but this one?
This one doesn't make sense. This description.
I could not remember what we talked about.
I feel like, yeah.
I didn't know what to do. I just knew I couldn't fall back asleep until I sent it to you.
So
So
funny.
at 6 a.m., I was like, well, I can't call Christina and ask her to help me.
I was probably still driving home from Santa Cruz. You probably could. I got home at like 4 or 5 a.m.
I panicked.
You almost could have.
I was like, just write words and they'll print them.
Exactly. That's true. I tell you, I think you're onto something with us fucking more, because if we fuck more, this podcast is going to be juicier.
Yes.
Right? We're not doing it for ourselves. We're doing it for the people. Right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. We're fucking for the listeners. How's that for dedication to Comedy Pop-Up Network? That's good, right?
Comedy pop.
I'm on board.
That's perfect. That's it.
Paul has built a whole wall around himself
Oh, yeah.
in case he needs to hide from us.
That's it, you guys. We're gonna fuck more, and the podcast is gonna be good. And every episode,
I will say, I think it's taken off ever since you went on a cruise and had sex with somebody.
I feel like Sticking to the Wall was a pretty powerful episode.
I think you started this movement.
Yeah, of people wearing
You know
pads, pantyhose. I'm bringing maxi pads and pantyhose back, and I already brought back fanny packs for the record. Fanny packs are my merch.
I'm going to say that we've gone through the Me Too movement, and now we're moving into a new one of
What's the
me
new one?
now.
Oh, I thought you were gonna be like, now we're gonna meet two dudes. They're gonna be like, Christina and Jen and Christina are creepy.
I totally
They keep asking me to go on the road with them, and I think they want to have sex. I'm like,
I totally Me Too'd on Sunday night. I was like,
You Me
a
Too'd him?
dude. Yeah,
this is the next wave. It's gonna be girls Me Tooing guys.
I did.
Be like, I'm horny, and now you're such a pussy. Nobody will fucking make the
there
first
was-
move anymore because they're scared we're gonna blog about them.
There was
like,
no condom, but I was like, just stick it in for a second. And he's like, no. He goes, are you on the pill? I go, no. And he's like, I can't. I go, I'm old.
oh yeah.
I'm not going to get pregnant. And like, I felt bad. I go, I'm sorry. This must be what girls feel like. Some dude is like, just let me put it in for a
That's so
second.
true. See, this is what's happening as we get older. Now we're getting to be the horn dogs. Right?
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'll get pregnant. I think it's too late for that, right?
I mean, I'm not, but I mean, I wouldn't.
But that being said, I totally fucking took a Plan B like 2 weeks ago and I'm 40. Nothing like your first dose of Plan B in your 40s. You're like, wow, seems like I'm really committed to no kids.
Yeah, no, I wasn't going to go so far as make, I don't know. I mean, I feel like if you do it for like 1 second, nothing's going to happen.
I mean,
I just need to feel something inside of me.
I get it. I do. I get it. You see this? This is my sympathetic. I get it. That's a real.
I get it.
Yeah.
There's so many names we could have for this podcast.
I get it.
We're gonna
Or
do
will
this on the
This
train
one could
ride
be
home.
called "I Get It." I get it. Or maybe something about pantyhose. I don't know. 2.1 million posts can't be wrong. No, that's not
Stick
good.
it in me.
Arrow Creek. We could call it. What if we just start calling every episode what we drank? So Arrow Creek. This is Arrow Creek week.
That sounds like we took a trip together to a lake.
It does.
Sounds like we went camping.
Look, speaking of darting yourself, it looks like there's little darts on here. Look at that. That's another term for Jillin off. Darting yourself.
All right, we better go. Paul has a 6 p.m.
You have to
booty
go
call.
have a circle dart later.
Paul's got a booty call in 15 minutes.
Yes. Oh my God. This would be a good hour for a booty call. I wouldn't be toast yet.
Christina, where can the people see you?
People can see me clearly here on YouTube at Jillin Off and at Walkin' Sauce.
I feel like that's what they always say on podcasts.
And this weekend,
Where can they see you?
oh yeah, and this weekend it doesn't matter. Oh, something I could actually prep for the future would be San Diego Madhouse, May 31st, June 1st. Those 4 shows. That's something that I feel like is far enough in the future.
Oh, good. But you mentioned Seattle Underground. Do you have a date for that?
I'm still working out what date I want to play it.
Oh, okay.
But this summer for sure, probably mid-July.
Okay.
Fun. Why you want to go? Maybe we
That
should go
sounds
together.
good. No,
When was
you
the last time you played there?
You don't. Yeah.
Will you leave the room if I fuck a guy? We'll probably have to share a room.
No, you can pick a dude.
All right.
I was just kidding around when I said you don't want to pick me. He headlined me like 3 years in a row, and now he won't return my emails about it. So I don't know if I fucked up something or what.
No, it's
We'll
fine.
talk off air. All right. Email us at jillinoffpod@gmail.com.
Swatting fruit flies. That's what happens when you drink wine on a podcast. Like, it's our fault. Or it's my fault. I showered.
Shout out to Paul.
Shout out to Paul.
We love you.
More sex. More sex.
Bye-bye.